Hey y'all, it's Teresa. Thanks for joining me again. Tonight we have another supper's idea video, and we're starting off with breakfast for supper. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my turkey sausage and I'm going to put it in a pan. I like to cook mine on this sheet pan with holes in it. It makes it really crispy, but I always make sure to put another pan beneath it to catch all of the drippings. So I let that bake, and while that's baking, I'm going to go ahead and make my grits. And y'all, I did not know that these were instant grits until I opened up the pack, and I feel like I lost all of my Southern girl points. But I still wanted the grits, so I just went ahead and made them. And I just put some water in a microwave safe bowl, boiled the water up and poured it in there, added in some butter, salt, and pepper, and those were my grits, my instant grits. They were decent. Then I'm also going to make some eggs. I always like to crack my eggs into something else, so this go around I'm just cracking them into a coffee mug. And when I have them all cracked into the coffee mug, I'm going to go ahead and add in a little bit of milk. My mom always adds milk into her eggs, so this is something that I do as well. Once I have the eggs added into the milk, I'm just going to whip these up with a fork until they are smooth in consistency. I guess that makes sense. You just want to whip them up until they're smooth. Then I have a little bit of butter in a pan. I'm going to add my eggs into the pan, and I like to cook my eggs on low, and I always use a rubber spatula. I'm not really sure why I do this. I just always like to cook them this way. Then I'm also going to make some blueberry waffles that I just picked up from Dollar Tree, popping them into the toaster, and that's really it. I also made some toast because I wanted like the Waffle House All-Star breakfast, but I didn't want to go pay for it. And yes, I know that our turkey bacon is really dark, but that's the way we like it. Next, I'm going to be making some fish. This is whiting fish, and I'm going to be baking it with some quinoa, and my mom actually made that squash, so I won't be showing you how to make that. But the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and prepare my fish, and I just have it on a pan with some aluminum foil, and I just have it laid out with the skin side down. And the first thing I'm going to add to this is some lemon juice. Then I'm also going to add some lemon pepper seasoning. Lemon goes really well with fish and seafood. And then I'm just going to season it up with whatever seasonings I like. And I'm going to lightly cover this with aluminum foil. You want to make sure that it's lightly covered. And when it's halfway done, I'm just going to take the foil off and start to make my quinoa. I have a small saucepan. Just going to let the water boil and add it in, and then put my lid on, and that makes the perfect quinoa. I added some parsley on top of the quinoa, and the fish was really good, and my mom's squash is always delicious. Now this last one is not for everybody. This is one of those things that my husband does not like, and I only make it when he's not home for dinner. So I'm starting off boiling 2 eggs, and then I'm going to take an entire can of chickpeas and kind of chop them up roughly. And once I have all my chickpeas sliced, or rather chopped up, I'm just going to take them and put them into a bowl. I'm going to essentially make chickpea salad the same way I would make like tuna fish salad. So I'm using mayonnaise, sweet pickles, and eggs. And I'm just taking all the ingredients, mixing them into the bowl with the chickpeas, and then I'm just going to give it a nice stir until I reach the consistency that I like. One thing I would say about this little recipe is that the longer it sits, the better it is. So I usually like to make this and then let it sit for maybe an hour or two and then put it on bread for salad. I find that it tastes a lot better, a lot more substantial when I let it sit for a minute. Once all the ingredients are together, you can just add them onto bread. And I'm actually using the little ends of the light bread that comes in the pack, and I love it like this. It's so good. I also decided to slice up some cucumbers with salt and pepper to eat with this, and I like to put a little bit of ranch dressing on the side to dip the cucumbers in too. And that's it. That's a really light supper that my husband would hate, but I always love to eat this type of stuff when he's not home. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And if you would subscribe, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.